Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has been making waves, selling 1 million copies in just one day, and finally breaking even. Apparently, enough for the r/Stalker subreddit to say, hey, you know what? I hate this fucking game. Because Kingdom Come 2 releasing has made me realize over the past few months that I should have never touched this game in the first place. This medieval game that has almost nothing to do with it, by the way. It just makes me realize how unoptimized, how unplayable it is, how fucking shit it is. Not playing it for the past few months, but the release of this game. Anyway, what he says is, the release of KCD2 makes me bittersweet about Stalker 2. Playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 made me realize how incredible it feels to experience a game running smoothly and at its full potential on the first playthrough. I really regret playing Stalker 2 on day one. The bugs, broken A-life, and performance problems ruined that initial sense of discovery. And that magic is something I'll never get back. No matter how many updates come later, the first-time experience is forever wasted. I really wish they'd given Stalker 2 more time to polish before releasing it. Now, see, that's great and all, but I mean, we're almost in mid-February by the time of making this. Like, come on, dude. It's been 2 months since the game is released, and you're just now saying this shit. The OP continues to say that he's not shitting on Stalker 2, he's just a bit sad for us players and those at GSC. I'm sure they would have appreciated the amount of praise KCD got on release instead of us complaining non-stop about their life work. But he understands why it happened. I'm a die-hard Stalker fan, one Redditor says. Have been into Stalker since I was 12 to 13. Played tons of Gmod Stalker RP, Dungeons & Dragons with friends, fitted for Stalker via homebrew, all the games, the popular mods. It was a good chunk of my gaming in my teen years. Yeah, me too, man. Stalker 2 just felt like shit on release, and I really don't know what reality some of the cope overdoses are on. It's certainly not terrible or awful, but I'd hesitate to call it good. Had it been its own game without the original series' reputation to fall back on, this game would be torn to shreds. Instead, you have people who are loyalists, not even the same GSC, in the series who freak out over any reality check. I guess people can't understand someone can enjoy it and criticize it. I enjoyed the bit that I played. I ran into a hard wall with the bug, never came back. I thought the world, environment, and setting were absolutely phenomenal. The story was interesting when I could play. The total lack of life in the game is wild. Barely any interactions, no PDA messages, nothing. Meanwhile, I go to try KCD2 without having played the first Beyond the Village, and now I can't put it down. What really changes it for me is that while most NPC life is not that interesting, they do populate the world and they do have jobs and motives. The world feels alive. It's crazy how that works. It seems like the top comments on this are basically just saying the same thing, that they've stopped playing, that they're somewhat upset with the game. They're like, oh, I'm going to wait for bug fixes, some actual content, that actual Stalker feel, the gameplay loop sucks. I keep reading that, actually, yeah. Everyone I talk to just says the same generic shit. Nothing interesting about talking to new people. Finding items is just bland bulk of the same stuff. I just keep stockpiling or selling. I almost wish they would just do remakes. I've been seeing this a couple times too. Remakes, not just the original trilogy on console, but like actual remakes. That would be interesting, I'll say that. I gave my full support and saved up for ages and bought the $500 Ultimate Physical Edition. I liked the stuff it came with. I loved supporting the company, but it feels bitter and a bit of a cash grab. Feels like a big open and empty world that I really can't be bothered exploring. I've got hundreds of hours in the old games and modded versions. I slogged out 20 hours in Stalker 2. It seems like an early access game that should at least have a roadmap. Yeah, we've been waiting on the roadmap since at least, December? So that turned into January and now we're in February, so we'll see. I'm just waiting for the game to be fleshed out before it will be amazing. Just my opinion. Maybe unpopular. And then right down next to it, go down the anomaly or gamma rabbit hole, friend. Yeah. Hey, that's all you're gonna fucking get with these people, man. Gamma, anomaly. No actual mods, just this garbage. You could play actual mods. I'm not saying play a soup, but you can play something better. I mean, Jesus Christ. However, I will say this, I do agree with this guy. Warhorse had money, time, and was able to work without air sirens. They had an unpredicted success with KCD1 with extra cash of that team, and could do a sequel on the same engine with a lot of similar systems already in place. Yeah, so a lot of people have been saying that GSC should have stayed on X-Ray, And that is what they were going to do at first, but then GSC shut down and then restarted. So, you know, that's just how it happens, right? But GSC had no money. Stalker 2 was essentially a venture built from the ground up by a team that was either new or hadn't worked on Stalker in over a decade. Probably had scope and direction problems over the long dev time, not to mention they physically had to move across Europe. Multiple delays. How do you think they paid their devs? IOUs, equity, or profit sharing? At some point, you just need a release so you can pay your people. That's true. Honestly, looking at the size and clear attention to detail, I'm grateful it got released at all. They definitely bit off more than they could chew, and I'm gonna give them time to chew it. That's a pretty reasonable take. Here's a great fucking question. Sorry if this sounds off, but why are so many people associating Kingdom Come with Stalker 2 right now? Same time, Eastern developer, open world, first person, sequel. Yeah, and there's also a few shared VAs too, which was interesting to read. But yeah, they're two different games. I mean, for fuck's sake, even SG has been having people posting about Kingdom Come. Like, I get it, dude. The game released, it's pretty good. There's a few bugs, but what game doesn't have bugs on release, right? But I mean, come on, dude. They're two separate games. This guy is saying that the sub is slowly turning into a Kingdom Come sub with all the praising. Since the game released, he only sees posts shitting on Stalker 2. And he's not wrong, because this one itself has 800 fucking upvotes and 200 comments in the comment section, so it's a hot topic. Come on, like, one's medieval and one's not. Like, what, dude. Anyway, to offer some closing thoughts here, I really hope that whatever new game comes out in the next few months, we don't repeat this stupid bullshit. Okay, one game is one game, and another game is another. One studio is one studio. It has its own troubles, its own difficulties. Not to mention, they're kind of in two separate genres. So, I'm grateful that people are saying, oh well, at least we're not just endlessly fucking sucking off GSC. But like, people have woken up a little. But I mean, come on, dude. What, like, for Kingdom Come to do it of all game, like, it's that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I knew it was a pretty big success, and it is continuing to be a success, seeing as it is. We are officially going into the weekend now, and the numbers keep going up and up. So obviously, I guess it would have been mentioned, but I mean, goddamn, dude, like, 800 upvotes, 200 comments, dude. That's insane, man. And to think it wouldn't have gotten, like, downvoted right away. I would have thought, this being the r/stalker subreddit, that they would, defend the game to their dying fucking breaths, but I guess not. It's interesting. Anyway, yeah, till the next one.